Hello, beautiful souls. It's Ashlee Escobar, the owner of Angelic Love Light, back for another energy update because we have a big day today. We have a really big day today, and I'm going to dive right into it. Just for a quick moment, can we just take a look at my cats and how cute they are snuggling? I didn't want to interrupt them to fix my bed behind me because I live in a lived home, but I appreciate them so much. They're laying on my amethyst mat right now. The crystal lights aren't on, but they highly like to recharge their souls on my amethyst bed. So I just wanted to point that out. Anyways, moving on. So we're diving right in. We have a new moon, and today's new moon is a little bit more magical than usual for a few different reasons. It's also 12/12. So I'm going to let you know what that means in numerology and what energy is open to you if you believe in it and you take the opportunities that comes with it. And it's the last new moon of 2023. So it's in the sign of Sagittarius. First off, if you haven't had a chance to take a look at the short videos and what a new moon actually represents, you're going to want to do that so this video makes more sense. I'll touch a little bit on what a new moon is, but I want to dive into the meat of what this specific new moon is offering all of us. A new moon, don't forget that there is a lot of proof that actually astrology and astronomy interact with our energy every day. I'm not going to get into the scientific portion, but the moon represents your emotional body. So a new moon is the start of a new lunar cycle. And you have to also not only think of what things you want to bring in and create and manifest, you also have things that surface that have to be released. So for a new moon and full moon, you're going to be doing both of those. One, you're just putting more energy on one than the other. But you equally have to release and have things surface to be reviewed for a chance to let go of those in order to step forward with the energy of creating new, okay? So it's important to evaluate what were your thoughts and your emotions this past week? What was surfacing to your subconscious mind? Because your subconscious mind makes up 90% of your experience and who you are and how you regulate every single day from your emotional body. 10% of it is only the conscious mind. So the subconscious really targets what's in your past, what you still haven't healed from, what may be coming back around to show you how much you actually have healed from it. So the new moon is representing that emotional body, but then it applies the Sagittarius energy. And even if you're not a Sagittarius, this impacts us because the moon's energy impacts all of us, just as the sun does within our ego. Oh, that's just nice, Paris, the cross shot for the YouTubers. Anyways, I want to touch on the 12/12 energy because 12/12, it just so happens that the new moon is on 12/12. And in 12/12, leading up, so 11/11 kind of starts planting the seeds. Now 12/12 in angel numerology actually represents, this is what it means. It represents an opportunity for harmonizing your overall journey, and a very encourages positive changes and also a clearer life path for yourself and in your spiritual growth, because we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And so it's awesome because this energy kind of lets you, if you accelerate your spiritual growth. And it also carries on up until the end of the solstice, which happens on the 21st of December. And so it's just like this kind of, if you think of it as a portal, or another word for portal is opening, beginning, as an opportunity, you'll start with your mindset and your deeper parts of yourself to be able to navigate your path moving forward into the new year with your whole self. Your body, mind, and spirit, that spiritual being, but incorporating it into the physical aspect, and the physical that impacts the mental so much. And so this is amazing. The Sagittarius energy just makes it even more magical, and here's why. Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of abundance, success, opportunities. And so there is no better day to manifest on a numerology date and a new moon in the sign of Sagittarius. So you have heightened good energy around you, even if it doesn't feel good. I need you to kind of shut out the distractions around you that aren't, and let that be that, and kind of like zone out and use this energy today to really think about what you desire, exploring your new opportunities, because the Sagittarius energy is applying reminders to remember your hope and your faith, especially when things don't seem like they're working out. They actually really are. They're going just as they're supposed to. So if you've been having some challenges that are right around the corner from fixing themselves, don't get into that negative mindset or that negative emotion behind it, because they actually still are working out. They're delayed and protected for a reason. Sagittarius energy is also very big. Sagittarius love to explore. They like to seek new knowledge and seek new travel and land and people. They're expansive. They want to add too. So don't close yourself off from learning new things, seeing how other people see life, what people have been through. Knowing all those different perspectives adds to your own perspective, people. And this opens up possibilities for you, because when you can see the world from different lenses and expand your own capture virtually, you are ultimately expanding who you are and being able to step into the shoes of other people's. So the Sagittarius energy is really asking you to dream big, to set those goals big, because they believe that they can achieve anything that they actually put themselves to. Now, this energy doesn't just happen. It's not like, okay, it's a new moon and Ashlee said it's going to do this for me and it's just going to happen. You actually have to do the work and apply yourself and then integrate it into your life for it to happen. And then you're going to look back and be like, oh my God, because I started thinking differently, because I started writing my manifesting list, because I thought the things that I want to change and move forward being like, this is why now my life is like this. So the energy kind of is like a reminder and an enhancer, but it actually shows you and illuminates in your emotional body what has to come back around to review it, so you can actually let it go. Because we are a vessel of energy, but this vessel is like a container that only holds so much space. Now, we have an infinite possibility of all the energies, but you have to release from your own personal vessel before accepting more. So that's beautiful. I want to zone in on 3 specific things that I think are really important for this new moon specifically, with the numerology and the Sagittarius energy. Okay, so the 12-12 energy is this potential that allows you to embody your fullest Christ-like energy, which is also your most authentic energy that lives right in here. And Christmas, Christ, Mass, is the opportunity for people as a mass to join more into the Christ-like energy. See how that plays out? And diving inwards at this time of winter. When you follow the elements in the seasons, you appreciate winter for what it actually represents. You don't have to have snow for it to be winter. I'm in Florida. It's still winter here. And it's an internal journey. It's time for you to go extra within and review yourself, kind of hibernate away from certain things that can act as distractions. People are the biggest distraction. Now, I'm not saying limit all your communication with people, but know that more people will want more of you at this time. They'll want to talk more with you, and you're only one person. You can only do so much. And that by diving in, can lead to true remembrance of why you're actually here and what's really important and what you really crave for to create your experience while you have the time to. So it's really, really magical. I love the energy because it's not this mystical thing that's like we can't see it, but we can feel it. We live around a ton of people that hold energy, that play out choices of their energy, and it impacts all of us in our world. So when we do the work on ourselves, we then ripple it out into our relationships and our connections around us, and then to the world. And that's how you change the world. Change yourself first. Second off is this is like an overload of pouring into your consciousness through the sun and the crystalline energy, and then the moon, of course. Now you're like, what is the crystalline energy? This is at a cellular level your DNA. Okay, you have crystalline energy that resides in your spine, in your DNA strands. And this consciousness opportunity can kind of make things feel very disoriented for a little bit while on Earth in order for it to accumulate in your body and for you to get used to it. If not, we would be like characters on movies that just like get zapped into a new person. It doesn't work like that for us here on Earth because it takes time to acclimate if we're choosing to. If not, you're going to feel the energy, but you're probably in a lot of resistance with it and can feel very opposite and stay very disoriented and keep repeating those vicious cycles and people that you want to get rid of and creating new experiences with the feeling of the same old shit, you know? And what this does is it calls for more grounding in time with Earth and nature, because when the energy around you is disorienting, it's best to get into the present moment. And then by being out in Earth and nature more, your soul can then kind of essentially have that reflective time to remember and recall. The remembrance is more important than your to-do list and what you have to get done. So incorporating stillness. Now there's a way to still do everything on your to-do list, maybe not as much, but to still have that stillness and incorporating meditation and the things that are actually important on so many levels. The third thing that's really important about this energy period today is that this is also a node point shift, okay? Our world has nodes, and in our natal charts, we have nodes, and the nodes represent our past life and what kind of has always held us back. And then our north node represents that purpose and what we're truly meant to do while here on Earth, each one of us being very different. And so today, specifically, it's a node point shift to step into the new you and to synchronize with your newest timeline, which means living up to your highest authentic self. Well, how do you do that? You have to do the healing work to discover who that person is behind all the masks, behind all the critiquing and the judging and being like your friends that are around you. Who are you at your purest state? How you were as a child, how you imaginate, how you create, how you have fun, how you mingle with those that you feel the most aligned with. That is your highest authentic self. And that highest authentic self is that Christ-like energy that's in you. And we have daily choices to be like our Christ-like energy or the opposite, because they both reside in you. And even Christ himself had that, but he just chose the higher frequency energies and that higher ascended path. That isn't what it is meant for everybody, and that's okay. But if you feel called to the more and feeling like becoming more of yourself, you're probably having an awakening and a kind of dark night of the soul at the same time, encouraging you to dive deeper. So this point is all about recognizing and catching yourself in your lower, older patterns that you want to release and get rid of, and transmuting those things and replacing them with healthy habits and positive talk and optimism energy so that you can be in alignment with who you truly are. It's easy to get sucked into gossiping or talking bad about somebody or being reactive on people's posts, or I could go on and on and on. But those are things of lower frequencies, and they don't help you out, and they don't bring blessings, and they don't bring good karma. So it's important to monitor your thoughts, words, and actions because they impact you first and then other people. And so that's kind of like the Sagittarius new moon energy in a quick, I did that probably the quickest I've ever done, a 15-minute video. And I'm going to keep it right here because this is what I like. Don't forget that Sagittarius energy is very generous. And so be generous, but don't be generous to the point where it is then hurting you in your balance, in your boundaries, okay? Everything is a balance. And that's what Angelic Love and Light boils down to, is creating that balance while doing the work and syncing up your body, mind, and spirit from a healthy point of view so you can be your best self. All right, guys, if you need any of our services, please check out the website at the bottom of the screen. I will have another video posting for Mercury retrograde starting tomorrow. There's lots of energy until the next spiritual year starts. So leading out the rest of the time, there is a lot of energy happening, and we need to use this energy for our highest good. You know, you can learn from it, but then you can apply it. There's two different things. You can hear it and absorb it and kind of shift mindsets, but then you can really do the work and apply yourself and actually create more action that has momentum built up behind it. Wishing all of you love and light no matter where you are. Have a beautiful new moon ceremony. Write down some things that you desire to become, to be like, and to have in your life beyond the materialistics.